Okay guys, so after my recent videos that I've posted regarding Mr Whaatwaa and doing a bit of soul searching, I've really kind of watched those videos and I've done some reflection on it, and as they say, hindsight's 2020, and I feel that, there are certain things that I do need to apologise for, and some other statements that I do kind of need to just clarify a bit, just to make sure my point on this is abundantly clear. I first of all like to apologise to Mr Whaatwaa, as I should not have accused him openly of committing fraud without having the specific proof there that that's exactly what he's done. I shouldn't have done that. I was wrong to do that, quite frankly, and I apologise not only to him, but to any of my followers that I may have misled through this. Got too caught up in my emotions, and, that led to me saying some things that, quite frankly, are openly slanderous, just on the grounds that, I don't have the specific proof that that's exactly what he's doing. So yeah, I retract those statements until, I have the proof that he either is or has not done that. So yeah, for the time being, that's kind of all I'm really going to say about that part. However, there are some other things that I have noticed, and some of these have been done by my own followers, that in Brother SQ's video, I've noticed some people that are attacking him. Verbally, they're going after him, saying, and they're insulting him in all sorts of horrific ways. That needs to stop outright. That is not something that I condone. That's not something I've ever condoned. I have a lot of love and respect for Brother SQ, as I've said many times, and I think people, because of their emotions relating around this, they're forgetting all the amazing work that he's done for the Ummah. Regardless of whether you agree with him or whether you don't, that's not an excuse for you to start insulting him whatsoever, and you need to stop. Because I've had now people reaching out to me, assuming that because my followers are saying this, it's because that I'm saying it. That's not the case whatsoever. And yeah, so regardless of how you feel about this issue, this is not an excuse or okay whatsoever for you to start randomly insulting people on the other side. We both want what's best in this issue. We just have different ways of going about it. And just to clarify what exactly my stance is on this issue, I'm not saying never donate to Mr Whaatwaa. I'm not saying that whatsoever. And as I said, I've just previously retracted my statements of openly accusing him of fraud, as that was wrong. What I'm saying is wait until all the evidence is clear as to what exactly he needs that 100k for. And there's nothing wrong with that. I would say that for anything, regardless whether it's a charity, whether it's a business. I mean, you wouldn't do that if you were buying a car, would you? You wouldn't just automatically say, I like the way it looks, so therefore I'm just going to go ahead and buy it. No, you'd want to see a full service history and, previous owners and everything like that. So, yeah, I feel there's nothing wrong with saying, ask him to provide an itemised list of whatever it is that he wants this money for. I would ask that of any charity, regardless of how big this charity is, because I want to know exactly what it is my money's going towards, quite frankly. And yes, that's a very cynical view to have, to automatically assume that it might not all be above board. But at the end of the day, you can't live your life expecting the best out of everything, because people are going to take you for a ride at the end of the day. So all I'm saying is, without again trying to accuse him of committing fraud, is that once he provides evidence of what exactly he needs this 100,000 for, if those are the quotes that he's received, that it totals around that much, then yeah, that's fine. I have no problem with people donating that. I will happily donate to the cause, because if it's all legitimate and above board, it is a wonderful and beautiful cause to donate to. As I've said before, I do not want to be right in this issue, because if I'm right, it means that people have been going out and committing fraud. So yeah, I don't want to be right in this issue whatsoever. So, and at the end of the day, I hope Mr Whaatwaa can, accept my apologies for this. If I have the chance to apologise to him face to face, or at least, over Zoom or, video chat, whatever the case may be, I'll happily do that. Not a problem with that at all. However, the one thing, so I've already said what I do if it turns out I'm wrong on this issue, and like I said, that I'll happily apologise and I'll happily donate to his cause. Again, not a problem. If I am right on this issue, what I do not want is people then going and insulting people who have donated. Not whatsoever. Because these people donated out of the goodness of their hearts with the purest of intentions. Okay? So that's just what I'm going to say on this issue. If it turns out I am right and the people on my side of the issue are right, do not insult the people that have donated. And that's it. The kind of last thing that I want to say, and this is quite a strong thing to say, is there are certain people who support me on this issue whose rhetoric I do not agree with whatsoever. They've been openly stating things, and YouTube has, thankfully in this case, got such a strong kind of filter on their comments that most of these people's comments are deleted before I even get the chance to read them. And they're openly saying things like, yes, expose the infidel, expose the kuffar. No. I completely and 100% reject this type of rhetoric. It's a very unhealthy rhetoric to have, because for all we know, Mr Whaatwaa is genuinely going to become Muslim. And I hate the fact that we throw the term infidel and kuffar and disbeliever around so willingly, because as far as I'm concerned, that's no different than using a racial term against someone. There is no difference there. There's a difference between someone being non-Muslim versus them being an enemy of Muslims. Regardless of what things look like, Mr Whaatwaa is in no way an open enemy of Islam. Regardless of how I may suspect things are, regardless of how they may look to me. Yeah, I just want to openly say that. The people who are going around saying those specific things, I completely reject them. I do not want their support. I do not care if that loses me every single one of my followers and I only end up with, say, 1 follower left. I would rather have 1 follower who doesn't think like that than 1 million that do. And I have no problem openly saying that. So, yes, if that's the type of rhetoric that you have and the type of Islam that you believe in, I don't want you on my channel. Remove yourself. And that's it. So, yeah, guys, just to sum up, I retract from my first video about me openly accusing Mr Whaatwaa of committing fraud without having the specific proof about that. I completely apologise, and I hope he will accept my apologies. I apologise to Brother SQ for anything that people on my side of the issue have said to him. I completely reject what they have said, and I don't condone that at all. As like I said, I have a lot of love and respect for Brother SQ, and I'm still a big fan of his for all the work that he has done for the Ummah, especially with all the social work and the youth outreach that he's done. And I just hope that this whole matter can come to a conclusion that's, you know, healthy and positive. And this will be the last video that I am going to be making on this subject until it's decisively shown who was right and who was wrong. And that's it at the end of the day. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for all the support you've given me so far. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful and blessed day. And until then, peace. Sorry, couldn't resist.